Of course, traveling abroad can sound very interesting, especially when you're back home. We have all of these fantasies, which I did have myself speaking as an international student. You would have had all of this dream from very way back, probably when you were in secondary school or as young as possible, to study abroad, the USA, the UK. Most of us had these dreams. But hey, all of those things fizzle away and you clear for your eye when you touch down. This is why today we are going to be discussing top on the list 5 challenges students face coming to study abroad, using here the UK as an example. And because this video is targeted towards helping you prepare better or just to help you be aware whether you're still back in your home country or you're new here, we will also be discussing solutions. These solutions will be profiled to help you cushion the effects, help you manage the situation, more like give you an idea of what to do so you do not feel all lost and all alone. Shall we? I'll start with the very first one. Number 1 on the list is financial challenge. We know that it's very expensive to study in a foreign land, especially this developed Western world. Using here the UK for example, the pounds is really high, and you know how much you need to cough and gather in your own country's currency to be able to make up the thousands of pounds to pay your tuition fee. This is something most international students are not fully aware of, that they get this offer of deposit £1,000 and when you come into the UK you can pay the rest. Then it sounds so good to them or like a wonderful opportunity. They take a calm down here and they're stuck. I don't want you to be in that situation. It's not a situation I would like anybody I know to be in. I do have a video where I elaborately talked about this particular point. It's going to be the video that will play after this one. When you come down here as an international student here in the UK, especially that your parents do not stay here, for example, you probably have a family member here and there that are probably minding their business and wishing you well. It literally feels like you are on your own. Before you come, to avoid struggling with so much financial burden, because you know that aside trying to offset your tuition, you also have living expenses to deal with. And here in the UK, rent is paid monthly. It's crazy. So whatever you're earning on a monthly basis, you know you're taking out your rent, you're taking out your living expenses involving your feeding, your clothing, and little miscellaneous here and there. You want to come well equipped. So what is the solution? Before you come down here, make sure you've paid a huge amount of your fees. So if your school fees, for example, is £13,000, at least have paid off like half of it or over half of it if possible. It will really do you good. When you come here, you know you're mainly dealing with your living expenses, your monthly living expenses and outgoings. It can also do you well to know that you do have 20 hours a week to work, right? So with your 20 hours a week, you can reasonably get good amount of money that can help you handle a handful of things and also offset part of your tuition fee. Look through the Work in UK playlist. You'll find good jobs that can help you have a good standing for this financial challenge. I'll also add that there are student discounts, so utilize every student discount available for items you want to buy, your transportation fare, and everywhere student discount applies. Also look out for thrift stores, shop for cheaper alternatives and cheaper items when you go to the store. Again, there are videos on this channel that can help you and give you more in-depth view on how to go about this. Next major challenge international students face here in the UK is taking public transportation. This has happened to me, like I am a living witness. When I first came here, if I needed to take a bus going somewhere, I did not realize that where you're standing matters as to where the bus is going to. So usually if you are standing here, the bus is likely going this way, and this way leads to where you're going to, as against when you stand there. In as much as this can look like a no-brainer, the confusion comes from the fact that when you stand at the bus stop expecting to get a particular bus number, the bus number here is same with the bus number on the opposite side, but the only difference is the one on the opposite side is coming from where you're coming from, and the one here is going to where you need to get to. Do you understand? Even though it is still the same bus number. So it's very important that Using London for example, a bus, shall I say 43 going to White City. On the other end, 43, same 43, is probably going towards Croydon. I'm forgetting where it's going to, but it's somewhere. Let me just use Croydon. It's probably going towards Croydon, and the one here is going to White City, but it's still the same bus number. So then I could be over there. I need to get to White City, but I'm over there. I just feel, oh yeah, I need to get bus 43, and I'm over there, but it's heading to Croydon, and I'll find myself in Croydon or heading towards Croydon when I'm actually going towards White City. So this confusion happens to the best of us. What do? Make sure to ask questions. So it's either you ask the driver when you get into the bus, or you look behind you. Usually there is a map that directs or says where this bus at this very bus stop is going to. Better still, you can ask questions. Ask the person next to you, excuse me, I'm going to so and so place. Don't be deterred, don't feel shy. You need to ask questions. Best alternative if you're a shy person, but you can't be shy for too long, don't worry, you'll snap out of it when you need to, is use your phone. Use the Google Maps. The Google Maps are excellent. They actually do work and will help you know where you have to be. There is even live view that will show you and direct you as to where you're supposed to be to get the vehicle you need to get. Also, with direction apps, there is also Journey Planner, City Mapper. There are quite a very few of them that are really good, that will help you direct you exactly to enable you catching the right vehicle, public transportation, for the destination you are headed. Another huge challenge international students face is having issues or finding it difficult to integrate with people from other culture. This city is a very multicultural environment, in the sense that you're going to find so many locals. You're going to find international students as well from different parts of the world: India, Bangladesh, Chinese, Asia, Americans, name it. Certain students find it very difficult to mix up with these other people. Given that these people are not people from your culture, they get to feel a little withdrawn when they're in the class. They're not able to express themselves. They're not able to mix up well. And you begin to feel reclined and in yourself, and trust me, that feeling is not good, because it leads to so many other feelings that contribute negatively to the mental health and your general adaptability to a new environment. What you can do is try to be open, try to initiate conversation, ask questions, make suggestions, try to mingle and see how it goes from there. But I'm not asking you to force people who are not open, because there are some people of certain cultures who only want to be with people from their culture. I know about that. So if you see that there are people like that, just don't stress yourself. Another solution to this challenge is you can join clubs in your school. You can find societies and clubs of people from your culture. There is the African community, there is Asian community. Whichever community you're coming from, you can find in your school. Also, religious gatherings, they are an excellent way to mingle. You will find people. If you're looking for a relationship, any kind of thing you want, you'll find it there. Another challenge international students face is loneliness, which can cause homesickness. Because when you're lonely, automatically you begin to feel like, oh, I wish I was in my house. I know that kind of feeling, right? It can really demoralize and probably even affect your concentration in school. Look, I will tell you from experience here, the Western world really can be lonely. You can see a lot of people, many people who you see minding their business are actually feeling lonely. Thing is, many people don't know how to approach the next person because they feel every other person is minding their business. I'm feeling you're minding your business, or you want to mind your business, and you're thinking the same of me, and we are two lonely people sat down there who could have been interacting with each other. That is actually the pandemic I see majority of people in this Western world are facing. Compared to probably my home country, people are very open. I mean, everybody feels they have to be in your business, right? It's the culture shock thing. I also suggest, feel free to mix up with people, go for events, go to the pub. That is usually the pattern and the culture here. How they do is, it usually has to be these places, social gatherings for them to mix up. They don't just ordinarily begin to go chit-chatting in the bus or in places outside of social gatherings. So help yourself. Don't let that loneliness with the environment get the best of you. Don't let that homesickness weigh you down and distract you from what you have come here to do. Find time out of your study time to go mix up, socialize, hang out, and you definitely find yourself out of boredom. Take a train ride, take a bus ride, look around, talk with people, offer to take pictures of people, say random hellos. And people here are good with giving the smiles, whether fake or real, and you can find friends that way. Then the accent challenge. Look, this one / language challenge if you are not originally an English speaker. But by originally, I know that people outside of British people or Americans are the original English speakers, but there are people like I, for example, I'm Nigerian, so my first language is English actually, because that is the first language I learned before I began to learn my Igbo, Yoruba, and other languages in my home country. So for us, it's the accent challenge, but for people from other colonies, French and other languages, it will be the language challenge. So once you've come to England, an English speaking country, do not let any of it deter you, be it the accent, be it the language, but expect that challenge to be there. You can't run away from it. I mean, it has to be there, right? What you can do is brace up, have confidence. Do not let the way they are talking influence you to the point that you begin to rush your words and get confused. It will just mess you up and it might make you appear stupid, and they can actually give you the stupid look. So be composed in yourself, be comported, take it calm, take it slowly. Say your words the way you normally say it with your natural accent. However it is you're able to let it come out. Talk clearly, and if they do not understand, ask them if they would like you to repeat what you have said. On the flip side, them speaking to you, if somebody has said something you do not understand, don't feel shy or pretend you heard them and then give wrong conversation or mess things up. It can just make you, they can just give you that embarrassing look, and it will just make things worse. So if somebody has said something you do not understand, calm down, compose, ask them to repeat what they have said, and you pay attention and you'll get it. And if you're not ordinarily an English speaker, I do know that most, if not all, universities here in the UK do have English language support centers where they help you with your English language, help you with your communication, even your writing, because you definitely need English. I mean, it's an English country, right? You need it in your communication, you need it in your writing. As a matter of fact, you need it in order to be able to pass your courses and graduate successfully. These are some of the top challenges international students face. I hope the solutions I preferred help you figure things out faster and help your journey and transition as an international student here in the UK smooth. Feel free to run back here if you find challenges or you need support in areas you believe I can help, and I will gladly come to your rescue, like the big sister. I'm just kidding. Check out other videos that will help you out. I'll see you in the next video.